T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 3, 2, 1.
Have you ever wondered why we launch rockets from Florida in Cape Canaveral? If you didn't know that we launch rockets from Cape Canaveral, Florida, then you get a 2 facts for 1 video deal. Now, there is one reason why it would be kind of weird for Florida to be NASA's launch site. It has some pretty bad weather. It is struck by lightning very frequently, one of the most frequent places in the entirety of the US. It rains or is very gloomy most of the time, and it gets hit with hurricanes. Despite this weather, Cape Canaveral, Florida is NASA's launch site. To understand this, first let's imagine a spinning disk. The center of the blue disk rotates in its spot very slowly. Now, the yellow middle area of the disk rotates at a kind of medium speed, and the green edge of the disk is revolving really fast. And this happens because the green edge has a larger distance to travel than the yellowish middle area, and of course the bluer center. Now, this same concept applies to the globe. The equator is a much bigger distance around than, the poles. And this means that the globe actually spins faster at the equator, and it gets slower the farther from the equator you go. Now, what does this have to do with Florida? Well, Florida is actually pretty much as close to the equator as you can get, at least in the US, since we're not going to launch a rocket from Jamaica. And if you launch at the equator, or at least as close as we can get, then you get this extra rotational energy pumped into the rocket. This means you get to spend less money on fuel. So now we get why it's in Florida, but why Cape Canaveral? I mean, you can go lower than Cape Canaveral. Well, you can't have a rocket station near civilization. And Cape Canaveral is not near much except for a government-owned naval aviation station. And this naval aviation station actually is another plus because it means that roads are nearby. And in order to use this rotational energy, you actually have to go with the rotation of the Earth, or west to east. This means that the rocket will also go west to east. And this is important because that means that the rocket, if it were to fail, will likely go eastward. And everything east of Florida is the Atlantic Ocean. And additionally, it means that you can land the rocket in the huge landing pad that is the ocean. Well, life's an experiment, and you are the scientist. Thanks for watching. Bye. Check out some of my other videos and click that sexy picture of me to subscribe. Click that picture of my friend Matthew to check out his channel. And lastly, click that rectangle to see the rest of the playlist.